Hey, it's Liz with Crafty Queens. We're going to be testing out a wood carver. I don't know when I got this. If I got this. For all I know, it could be a gift. When I cleaned the craft room, I found it. So we're going to start out by taking this old piece of pallet wood, some Vaseline, placing it around the edges, and some through the middle. I'm using an old chip brush. You can use your fingers, a paper towel, whatever you like. Then we're going to dry brush some white paint over top the Vaseline. Again, I'm using a chip brush and almost no pressure. We'll give that a good dry and then a good scrape. I go in all the directions. I think it gives it a more authentic look. I basically just want it to stay looking nice and rusty and crusty. Then we're going to take some painter's tape and we're going to place our design on the board. This is going to be a pine tree. So I put some tape at the bottom just so our tree isn't running off the board. The masking tape was not working at all. Over top the Vaseline, so I swapped it out for more painter's tape. This is the only width I have, so if you have a 1 inch, that would be perfect. So we added Vaseline inside the triangle. It's time to get some paints. I have a dark green and a light green. And I'm just dry brushing those through. Give that a good dry. Then remove the painter's tape, which actually removes some more white paint for us. So we're going to swirl and add a couple pieces of painter's tape in other places. So we're scraping one more time, using our ladybug to clean up our crumbs. Now it's time for the fun part. We're going to get out this wood engraving kit, find out that it has absolutely no instructions. We must assume we are all adults who know how to use the internet, who have probably cooked a dinner before, maybe even lit a candle. So they're just allowing us to buy this, figure it out ourselves. Kind of like they do at the hospital when you have a baby. They let you go home and you're totally confused. How you went in there not a mother, and you come out being a mother. It almost feels like they forgot to download your brain with all the knowledge you're ever going to need. Okay, back to the craft, people. Focus. So we're using the wood carving kit. I added a teardrop tip to it, plugged it in, and just held it in place for a couple seconds in each spot. Now, because we're making a pine tree, I started wide at the bottom, my teardrop facing down, so the pointy end facing the bottom. I did a slight curve. This starts to make my tree look round, more 3D, and adorable by the end. Watch this cool trick. It's so satisfying. Watch it at 50 times the speed. So because this is my first time using the tool, I wanted to do a simple design. So I chose a tree because it's repetitive. I could test out how long I needed to hold it in there, lighter or darker. And a simple design allowed me to get more familiar with the new tool. Now this came with stencils. I hear you can also get letters, and it had a whole bunch of other attachments, all kinds of different shapes and designs you can do. I'm excited to test this out again soon. It was actually lots of fun. Very therapeutic. One of those calming types of crafts. So once the tree is done, I'm going to staple some twine at the top. I'm also going to give it a stapled twine hanger. And she is all done. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please follow, like, subscribe, save all the good things. We'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.